Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master Coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters from around the world. Today, you're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of American coinage, where a single coin, yes, a humble 10-cent piece minted in 1987, might just be worth millions. That's right, not hundreds, not thousands, not even hundreds of thousands, but a staggering $9 million. What could possibly make a dime from 1987 with the Denver Mint mark so valuable? Is it a mistaken error, a rare variety, or perhaps a combination of all of these and more? Stay with us because we're diving deep into this incredible story where metal meets history, and where collectors meet fortune. The 1987 D1 dime is a coin that millions of Americans have handled without a second thought. Found in pockets, purses, cash registers, vending machines, and more, these dimes were struck by the billions and circulated for everyday use. Yet among these billions lies a version so rare, so unique, that it defies logic. Imagine a coin designed to be worth just 10 cents, now valued at $9 million. This is the story of one such dime, and all the possibilities that make it an artifact of enormous worth. Let's start from the beginning. The year was 1987. The United States was in the midst of economic transformation, with Wall Street booming and American currency production moving at full throttle. The U.S. Mint operated multiple facilities at the time: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, each producing millions upon millions of coins. Among the vast number of dimes minted that year, the Denver Mint was responsible for producing a considerable share. These coins bore the characteristic D Mint mark just to the left of the torch on the reverse side, indicating their origin from the Mile High City. The 1987 Roosevelt dime was part of a long-standing tradition. Since 1946, the dime had featured the image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on its obverse, a tribute to his leadership and his founding of the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. The reverse side of the dime features a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. But while the average 1987 D dime was just that, average, some specimens from that year have raised eyebrows, sparked bidding wars, and fetched astronomical prices at auction houses around the globe. These aren't just any coins. They are coins that defy expectations. They have errors, anomalies, and features that make them one in a billion. Collectibles. So, what kind of errors could turn a regular coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure? First, we must understand that errors in minting are not entirely uncommon, but most are minor and not particularly valuable. However, when the right combination of circumstances occurs, a coin can become a unique specimen unlike any other. The 1987 D dime is rumored to have examples with these ultra-rare and sought-after mistakes. Point 1 possibility is a double die error. This occurs when the coin's die, the metal stamp that imprints the design, is incorrectly manufactured, causing certain features of the coin, like the date, lettering, or Roosevelt's profile, to appear doubled. A dramatic double die can command staggering prices, especially when the doubling is strong and easy to see with the naked eye. Another possibility involves off-center strikes. This occurs when the coin blank, or planchet, isn't properly aligned with the dies during the striking process. If a 1987 D dime was struck significantly off-center, it could be extremely rare, especially if all the details are still visible. Combine this with the Denver Mint mark, and it becomes even more desirable to collectors. There's also the chance of wrong planchet errors. Imagine a dime struck on a planchet meant for a different coin entirely, like a penny or even a foreign denomination. This kind of error is extraordinarily rare, and when it occurs, it creates a one-of-a-kind coin. If a 1987 D dime was struck on a copper or steel planchet instead of the usual copper-nickel-clad dime planchet, the value could skyrocket. Let's also consider transitional errors. These happen when a coin is minted using designs or materials from a previous or upcoming year. For example, a 1987 dime mistakenly struck using the dies or metal intended for a different era or denomination. These errors are historic anomalies that create a bridge between two coin generations, making them incredibly collectible. And then we must talk about mint mark errors. The D mint mark is supposed to be precise, clear, and accurately placed. But sometimes, mint marks are misplaced, punched more than once, or even missing entirely. A 1987 D dime with a repunched mint mark, where the D appears doubled or shadowed, could be a rare variety. Even more dramatic would be a 1987 dime with no mint mark at all. While this would typically suggest a coin from the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark on dimes until 1980, a 1987 D with no mint mark due to a die or punch error would be an extraordinary fine point. One of the most intriguing types of mint errors that can fetch jaw-dropping prices is the die cap error. This happens when a coin sticks to the die during striking, forming a cap-like shape and striking other coins with a distorted or ghosted design. These coins are incredibly rare and visually fascinating, and if one such die cap originated from the Denver Mint in 1987, its value could indeed reach the millions. But the story doesn't end with errors alone. Provenance and discovery also play a critical role in the value of a coin. If a particular 1987 D dime was discovered under mysterious or exciting circumstances, such as found in an old estate sale, pulled from circulation after years of hiding, or part of a rare hoard, that story enhances its appeal. Collectors and investors alike are often drawn to the romance of a coin's backstory, especially if it includes surprise, mystery, and fortune. We must also consider the grade of the coin. Coin grading is a science in itself, governed by organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A coin's condition, or grade, can drastically affect its value. A 1987 D dime in uncirculated, mint state condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, is exceedingly rare. If the coin also includes an error or variety, its value can multiply exponentially. Let's say a single 1987 D dime is discovered with a double die error, struck off-center on a wrong planchet, and in a pristine MS68 condition. Add to this a rare repunched mint mark and an exciting discovery story. Suddenly, that 10-cent piece becomes the Mona Lisa of modern dimes. Collectors, auction houses, and investors would line up to bid on such a specimen. With media coverage, the mystique of its origin, and the frenzy of collectors, a final price of $9 million doesn't seem so far-fetched after all. Today, we're diving into a story that's not just about any ordinary coin, it's about a tiny piece of metal that could be hiding in plain sight, maybe even in your pocket right now, yet it could change your life forever. We're talking about the 1990 D Roosevelt dime, a 10-cent coin that has reportedly reached a jaw-dropping estimated value of $7 million in the numismatic world. Yes, you heard that correctly, $7 million for a coin that originally was worth just 10 cents. Now, before you think this is just another coin story or another collector's tale, stay tuned, because we are about to uncover the many mysteries, errors, and intriguing facts behind this dime. It's a coin that has gained legendary status, not because of what it was meant to be, but because of what went wrong. Errors, omissions, double strikes, missing elements, misplaced mint marks, and off-middle strikes have all played a role in pushing this particular coin into the realm of unbelievable value. But how does a regular-looking 1990 D dime become such a rare and expensive collector's item? How do errors occur in a modern minting system with state-of-the-art technology and quality control? Could you have one of these valuable dimes sitting in a drawer, forgotten, waiting to be discovered? We'll be answering all of that and more in today's incredible deep dive. So grab your favorite coin album, pull up your chair, and let's journey into the fascinating world of the 1990 D Roosevelt dime and the reasons why this coin has captured the attention and wallets of collectors worldwide. The 1990 D Roosevelt dime was minted in Denver, the U.S. Mint facility known for mass-producing coins used in daily commerce across the country. In fact, billions of dimes were struck during this period. That makes the idea of a valuable dime from this year seem almost impossible. After all, wouldn't such a rare error be caught? Wouldn't the volume of coins reduce the chances of something truly unique occurring? Well, not necessarily. In the world of numismatics, some of the most valuable coins in history have not been gold or silver rarities, but rather modern coins that slipped through the cracks of the minting process with mistakes so rare, so unprecedented, that they became legendary. The 1990 D dime has become one such coin. And not all errors are visible at a quick glance. Some are subtle, microscopic doubling, slightly shifted mint marks, missing elements from the die, or even planchets struck from the wrong metal type. And it is these very defects, these inconsistencies from coin to coin, that can change the fate of a 10-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar artifact. Let's start by talking about how these errors occur. Every US coin begins its life as a blank planchet, essentially a metal disc, prepared for the striking process. It goes through a series of checks and balances before reaching the dies that imprint its design. But despite all these controls, errors happen. Dies wear out, crack, clash against each other. Sometimes the planchet used is not even the right one. In very rare cases, a coin might be struck on a planchet intended for a foreign coin or another denomination entirely. There are even instances where a coin is struck without a mint mark, making it instantly rare if it was supposed to have one. For the 1990 Roosevelt dime, multiple types of errors have been reported and catalogued over the years. One of the most famous and highest valued ones includes the so-called no S proof error, a situation where proof coins, which are usually struck with an S mint mark, were accidentally produced without it. Though this is more common in San Francisco minted coins, it set the precedent for collectors to be on high alert for missing mint marks. When a Denver mint coin is found missing its D, or with an incorrectly placed mint mark, or even a faintly stamped one, these anomalies send its value soaring. Now, let's dive into one of the most controversial and legendary examples of this coin, the 1990 D dime with a missing or misplaced mint mark. Several reports and auction listings have brought attention to coins from this year and mint that appear to be lacking a mint mark or have other irregularities. These coins were pulled from circulation, examined by professionals, and verified for authenticity and error classification. Some were struck slightly off-center. Others had die cracks running through the portrait of Roosevelt. A few were double-struck, causing features like the date or lettering to appear ghosted or echoed. But what made the supposed $7 million example so unique was a rare combination of errors. The coin was struck on a planchet that appeared to be of a different metal composition, likely due to a blank intended for another coin type entering the production line. It lacked a visible mint mark entirely, suggesting the die used was either never engraved with the mark or had worn down so completely that the letter D was absent. There were additional signs of doubling on the obverse, or front of the coin, and slight off-centering that affected both alignment and strike clarity. While these might seem like minor imperfections, in the collector world they were the perfect storm. The value of such a coin doesn't come just from one error, it's the combination, the rarity, and the condition. In numismatics, rarity is king. If only one or two examples exist with a particular set of errors, and those examples are in near-perfect condition, the value can skyrocket. Add to that the story, the mystery, and the desire of collectors to own a piece of minting history, and you have all the ingredients of a multimillion-dollar coin. Now imagine this: a coin that was used to pay for a candy bar, dropped in a parking lot, or given as change at a gas station, could actually be worth more than a mansion. It could be worth more than a supercar, a yacht, or even some lottery jackpots. And the best part? It's entirely possible that more of these coins exist. They may be sitting in penny jars, in pocket change, or in coin rolls waiting to be searched. In fact, coin roll hunters, those dedicated individuals who go through bank rolls of coins looking for rare and valuable finds, have made entire careers from this practice. Many of them target specific years like 1990, checking each dime carefully for signs of doubling, mint mark issues, die breaks, or odd coloration that could indicate a wrong planchet. And it's not just limited to US collectors either. Around the world, numismatists follow the latest discoveries and auction records, hoping to one day get their hands on a legendary error like the 1990 D dime. But let's not stop there. There are also stories of coins with mysterious histories. Some 1990 D dimes have surfaced with unusual features like partially reeded edges, indicating the coin may not have passed through the collar properly during striking. Others show what's called clash dies, where the dies themselves strike each other without a coin in between, leaving mirrored outlines of the opposing design on the struck coins. These clashed images can create ghostly impressions that are both eerie and exciting for collectors. The thrill of discovering such a coin lies not only in its monetary value but in its history. Think about all the people who may have handled it, never knowing they were holding something worth millions. Think about how it survived all these years without being damaged or thrown away. Think about the odds of finding something so rare among billions of identical coins.